Hello, everybody, and welcome to this very exciting call. We have a super special guest. Her name is Stacia Waffen. Waffen? I don't know how to say her last
Stacia
name.
Waffen.
Stacia Waffen. Okay. So I'm so excited to have her here. She is my regional director. We got to meet in person a couple weeks ago at a summer pop-up and totally hit it off. She's really, really fun, super cool. And I told her I'm going to be a squeaky wheel. Like, I really want to plug into corporate. I really want to feel that support. I want you guys to feel that support. So I am excited to have her on. We are going to chat. I told her my goals of having a team that is full of MMBs. I want us to be a team of MMBs. I want to see you guys making that money. I want to see you making an impact for your families. And so she's going to help us create that culture, create that environment, and really get started on recruiting. I think everyone can kind of agree that that's what we need to focus on. So I'm so excited for you guys to hear from her. Take it away.
Thank you, Miss Melissa. It's so great to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's so good to meet all of you. I'm really excited. This is one of my absolute favorite topics, you guys. When I was in the field, I loved sponsoring. I won all kinds of sponsoring awards. So let's dig in, because I want to tell you, sponsoring looks a little bit different than it has in years past. And when we started our business, or when we first got into business, or if you've been around a while, it's different than the way it used to be. And to me, honestly, it's three really simple steps. Step one is showing up consistently. Are you showing up every day? And are you sharing about the opportunity? We are so good in this company at talking about products. We are great about showing our before and afters. I mean, we have products that are amazing that show you tangible results. But are you talking about the opportunity? Do you lead? Do you think that the opportunity is your best offer? The opportunity that you have to offer is way better than any product you can give anyone. The products certainly can impact people's lives, and they do, without a doubt, but the opportunity is your best offer. Are you leading with it? I'm going to answer that question and tell you, no, you're not. You're leading with product. We all do, because it's easy and it's fun and we love our product and our product is really good. We are less confident sharing about the opportunity. We're more afraid of, what is so-and-so going to think of me when I talk about the opportunity? And I want to challenge you to show up every day and show your journey. You don't have to be outright calling people to join your team or become a market partner on your social, but are you showing your behind the scenes? Are you talking about how and when you work your business and what it looks like and what it feels like to be a market partner? You don't have to talk about money. You don't have to talk about what you've earned. You don't have to talk about the things that you're working towards. But are you showing that you're a business owner? And are you showing that on your social as a part of your everyday life? Because it's a part of your brand. You as a business owner that is just a piece of who your personal brand or what your personal brand is. So step one is absolutely leading with the opportunity and showing up every day and letting people know that there's an opportunity out there for them. Absolutely. When your mindset is that way, I want you to think about it like this. You've got this gift to offer people, and this gift is so special. It's a great fit for absolutely everyone, and we know that, and we can be confident in that. But it's their job to decide whether or not it's right for them. I want you to hear that again. It is their job to decide if we are a fit for them. It is not our job to decide if they're a fit for us. Everybody's a fit for us. This business was made for anyone and everyone to have success who wants it. But until we offer it to every single person, we don't know who is a right fit for us. Okay? It is your obligation to offer this opportunity because you've derived some benefit from it, whether it's financial, whether it's personal, maybe it's personal development, professional development, flexibility, freedom. It can be financial. You've gained something from this, which means you're obligated to share this beautiful gift with everyone. And frankly, you should want to. People want to be a part of things that are really good. People want to be a part of things that are exciting to you and that you're passionate about. So share it. Share, share, share. Talk about it. Let people know your social is meant to create awareness, to cause intrigue. Let people know that there's this place for them, that they could be a part of this. It's not just about product. It's about this incredible opportunity. And I mean, it could be as simple as you saying to people, did you know you could do what I do? Have you ever thought about doing what I do? 100%. Step 2 is building authentic relationships. While you're getting in the habit of showing up consistently and talking about your opportunity that you have to offer, then I want you to start building authentic relationships with people. You are connecting with them. You know who's viewing your stories. You know who gives you comments and hearts all the time on those reels that you're putting out. When they start to connect with and engage with your content that relates to the opportunity, that is your cue to begin a conversation. And it can sound something as simple as, hey, Melissa, I noticed that you liked that reel of mine. Can I ask you what stood out to you? Start a simple conversation. It didn't mean that I dove right in. Hey, Melissa, I know you hearted that comment or that reel I made about the opportunity. Do you want to join my team? Ugh. No, we are going to authentically start a conversation. And when Melissa responds, oh, well, I thought that was really interesting. Cool. Do you have any questions that I can answer for you? Or would you mind if I shared a little bit more about that with you? And as the conversation goes on, I love asking the simple question, have you ever thought about doing something like this? Have you ever thought about doing what I do? I think you would be an amazing market partner, and I could not stop thinking about you. Have you ever thought about this? When we are paying somebody a genuine compliment and we've taken time to authentically connect with them and build the relationship before we invite them to take a look, we have greater success. It's the process. And I want to encourage all of you to really trust the process as long as you are honoring the process. What do I mean by honoring the process? That means you're doing the work. That means you're showing up consistently on your social. You are creating awareness about the opportunity, and you are building relationships. Because once we start building those authentic relationships, you guys, your social does the work in creating your lists for you. You know who to connect with. And I'm not saying you immediately jump down their throat and say, hey, join my team, but connect with them. Start asking questions and get to know them. Find out what about our opportunity meets a need for them. For some people, it's going to be financial. For others, it's going to be community. For some, it's going to be education and knowledge. Others, it could be freedom and friendship. You never know what their need is. And the best tool in your tool belt when you're connecting with people is asking a question. You can never ask too many questions to get to know someone better. And when the time is right, when you feel like you know them and you understand what that need is for them, then you can genuinely say, you know what, Melissa? I couldn't help but think of you because you shared with me that your family has this financial need. And I think you would be really great at this. Would you mind if I shared more? And she's going to say yeah or no. Have you ever thought about doing something like this? It might be just what you're looking for. She's going to say, no, maybe I haven't. Or, honestly, yeah, I've been looking for something, but I hadn't thought of this. Can you tell me more? And even if she says, no, I'm not interested, do you know what you've done? She's now watching you differently. She's looking at you through a different set of eyes. And because she wasn't thinking about it before or wasn't interested in that moment, she's now thinking you've planted the seed. We are like farmers, you guys, and this goes for every aspect of your business. We are planting seeds every single day, planting seeds. We are watering the seeds. We are building the relationship. We are connecting. We're tending to our crops. And eventually we start to see the seedlings grow. And that's what happens when we take the time to honor the process and to show up consistently, to build relationships. And then once we've built the relationship, you must invite. That's step 3. You always need to invite somebody in to take a look at more. Why do I say that? In the beginning and early on and during COVID, people were flocking to us. We didn't have to invite anybody. We didn't have to ask anybody anything. They were coming in droves. Why? Because we were new. We were exciting. There were millionaires popping out left and right. All the things. People were home. People needed an income. All those things. Life is different. That is not where we are today. There is a sea of different companies that people can join. There are so many other things happening in life. Life has resumed to somewhat normal. And maybe we don't need that income like we did during COVID. But if you invite them, they will take a look. Okay, but we have to invite. The fish don't jump in the sea or into the boat out of the sea. They're not going to flood your DMs just because you're showing up every day. You must invite them. What does that sound like? It's a genuine invitation. And I do mean invitation. You are not asking anybody anything. You're not trying to get a favor. You're not having somebody help you out. You are offering them the chance to change their life. I want you to let that sink in for a minute. This opportunity that you hold in your hand, that beautiful gift, is somebody else's opportunity to change their life. You guys, $200 a month is life-changing to most people. Do you realize that just 1 year ago, it cost the average family $500 less a month just to live than it does today? $500 more a month it costs us for food, groceries, to keep the lights on, gas in the car. $200 a month is life-changing. Life-changing doesn't have to be retiring your husband. Life-changing doesn't have to be quitting your dream job that you've worked so hard and you actually love. Life-changing is $200 to pay for the kiddo sports bill, or $200 to cover groceries. It's small things that can lead to bigger things down the road. But until you invite them to take a look at us, and I do mean invite them to learn more. And I love saying, I would love to know if you think we're a good fit for you. I would love to know if you think we're a good fit for you. I think you would be an incredible market partner. I would love to know if you think you would be a good fit. What does this look like for you? Have you ever thought of any of those questions? Are not spammy. I want you to hold that impact in your hands and know that you have the power and you have the authority to offer that to somebody. They have to say yes. They have to decide, but until you ask them, the answer is always no. So are you holding back on somebody else's life-changing decision because you've not offered them the chance to make that decision? I want you to think about that. Have you withheld this opportunity from anyone? Yeah, absolutely have. We all have, because we don't lead. It's a trick question. We don't lead with the opportunity because we get so excited when we get a new VIP and we don't think about our current VIPs who could upgrade, and we don't want to lose that volume. Friends, you're missing out on the bigger picture here. The bigger picture to change somebody's life in a more dramatic way and a more impactful way than them having great skin and great hair. And you have the power to do that. So where does all this go? What do we do with all of this? You have to act. You're showing up consistently, you're building relationships, and you are inviting people to take a look at us. Where do you find these people? Well, we talked about that. As you're showing up consistently, you're creating your own list of connections. You know, the people that are consuming your content are the people you should be engaging with and having conversations with. What does that look like if you're keeping track of it? It looks like 5 two-way conversations a day. You have to keep track of who you're talking to and make a goal of being consistent in those connections, not just consistent on the showing up on the social. If we're not consistently conversing with people, and I do mean two-way conversations, not just 5 messages a day, and it's not 5 cold messages. You are connecting, and it could be like, you know, she's been watching your stories for a while. Maybe she throws you a heart here and there. She hits the slider bar on your Insta stories. Hey, Melissa, thanks so much for hanging out, for watching my stories. How have you been? That's it. It doesn't have to be about business. You're building relationships. The business will come when you honor the process. When you're doing the work and when you're showing up, the business will find its way in. When I'm in Melissa's DMs and she's in mine, my content is automatically going to get bumped up in her feed. She's going to see what I'm putting out without me having to be like, hey, did you see that? Did you see that post? Did you see that reel? They're going to do it for you. They're going to push your stuff up. So you worry about having the conversation. You worry about connecting with Melissa. How's life been? Oh, it's been rough lately. I'm so sorry to hear that. Tell me more. I'd love to be there for you. Is there any way I can support you? Get to know her. She may tell you, she may not, and that's okay. Ask her other things. How's work? How are the kids? How are the dogs? How are the cats? Have you moved recently? I mean, anything at all that lets you know who she is and you can learn more about her. 5 of those a day, 5 unique people a day needs to be your goal if your intention is to grow and build your team and to change people's lives with this opportunity. Any questions?
You guys take advantage of this. Even if you have like someone that you're trying to close or someone that you're talking to and you're just like, I don't know what to say next.
Or if there's an obstacle that you've been facing, something that's holding you back or that you've been kind of struggling with, I would love to talk through it with you.
Jamie, go ahead.
Okay, so the girl that I went to dinner with the other night, she seems really, really interested in it. She's connecting with me every day. She's literally told me that she like wants to sign up, but she keeps just like saving the enrollment. And like, I keep getting a notification every time, like, oh, you saved an enrollment. And I'm like, just do it. Like, I don't know how to say, like, just go for it, you know?
Have you asked her what's holding her back?
She said the money at first, but then she said that she like sat down with her boyfriend and they were like, you know, if it really works, like, yeah, it's definitely worth it. She's like, I see with one use that the products are amazing. So like, and she's been in network marketing before. I think she feels like she's going to get burned or something.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. And probably true. Have you directly asked her though?
No,
like what's holding you back?
Not since since that night.
Okay. Ask again.
Okay.
And I would 100%. One thing that I know industry-wide, we are not bold. Especially when we have somebody interested, we get real excited and we're afraid to scare them off or afraid to push them away when knowledge is power. And it's okay if she is feeling any way, but I want to help her work through that. So I'm going to be more bold in the questions that I'm asking. And I'm going to say, you know, hey, Jamie, I noticed you keep saving the cart or saving the enrollment. Can I ask you what's holding you back?
Okay.
Just see what she says. It could be money. It could be time. It could be, I'm going to get burned. And then you help walk her through that. And it's simply, I mean, I felt the same way when I got started. I was really nervous that this wasn't going to work. But you know what? What I found once I enrolled is that I had this amazing team who helped show me how to have success. And I'm doing so much more than I ever thought I would.
Okay.
So once you can find out what the objection is or what that thing is that's keeping her from like finalizing the deal, use feel, felt, found.
Okay.
Help her understand like she's not alone.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
And if she gets back to you and you're not like sure how to respond to what she says, message me. I'll help you with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's a good one. Thank you for sharing.
So good. Thank you, Jamie. So Jamie is in the Road to MMB group.
Awesome.
Jen Block is in it. Who else? Amber is in it. Drop it in the comments, y'all, if you're in it, just so we know. She can have hands or eyes on you. Nikki's in it. Yay.
Love it. Yes. Hands. I was putting my hand cream on. I realized my hands were mega dry.
Who else has a question?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Dave.
Hi. I have a friend, and I felt she was perfect to be a market partner for this.
Yeah.
And I had talked to her like right when I started with Monet, and she was like, she kind of just kept pushing off. I was going to set up a call with you, Melissa, and her to go over her thoughts and stuff, but she came back to me eventually with just like, I just am too busy. I just don't have the time for this right now. And I was like, okay, like that's fine. But for me, I'm like, this could change your life, right? And she's just been in a hole for a really long time with work and her job and just stuck. And I was like, this could be a way for you to get out of that. And but yeah, just a objection like that, how would you handle that?
So it's time that is her objection?
Yeah, I just don't have the time. Like I'm just overwhelmed. Like,
Okay.
with life.
Okay.
Whatever.
And sometimes, Sabrina, regardless of what we see in them, it is not the right time for them to enroll with us. And that's really hard for us to accept because we come from this place where it's kind of a scarcity mindset where we want anybody that's alive. And if they're somewhat interested, we feel like we have to have them. And I want you guys to flip that mindset that if it's not the right time for them or they're not the right fit or vice versa, sorry. Let me move with you all. If it's not the right time for them or it's not a good fit right now, that's okay. We're going to go ahead and let her do her thing, take her time. And when it is the right time for her, we'll be here. And I wouldn't be afraid to say that to anyone. Hey, I understand now maybe isn't the best time for you. When you're ready, I'll be here for you. And would you mind if in a month or two, if I just followed back up with you to see if maybe things had changed? And it's okay to say that. Now, because I want to caution you between using that as a crutch to say, oh, it's just not the right time for her versus asking more questions and learning more. So if somebody initially came to me and said, I just don't have time, I would ask them, what if I could show you how to work this business into pockets of your day and into your busy schedule? And that would be how I would come back at that obstacle. And if they say, no, I just don't, it's not the right time. And some people will say, well, okay, what would that look like? Yeah. I mean, Melissa said the same thing. I don't have time. And honestly, I also tell people, because it's the truth, the busiest people are our best market partners and our most successful because they know how to get stuff done. They know how to stay organized and they're well connected. So Sabrina, I would ask the question, what if I could show you how to work the business into your busy schedule And if she still came back and no, I don't have time, I would say something like, okay, it sounds like now's not a good time for you. I understand you're interested. Can I follow up with you in a couple of months? And I would keep her on my list. And as there were incentives and things to offer her, I would certainly follow up. And maybe in August before Monations, or maybe September right after Monations, I might follow up and say, hey, you know, like this, and this happened. I just wanted to check in and see if now is a good time for you. And I would also challenge any of you who have people on your list from previous conversations that you've had. When was the last time you went back to them and say, hey, you know, like I know 6 months ago you weren't really interested, but I just wanted to check in with you because I know life can change sometimes. Has anything changed for you? And I think that's a really great way to kind of refresh your list too.
So good. Love that question, Sabrina. Anybody else have questions? Or market partner leads that you're working on?
I'll say something. I got a new market partner today to kind of go into like the positive, like, right. I got a market partner today. And this is someone that all the things that you're saying about like planting the seed, engaging conversations, like, so kind of to piggyback off of Jamie's situation, that girl will sign up. I like that you said like follow up and ask why she's hesitating. But like I signed up a market partner today we've been having conversations about it for a while. And I was just having natural conversations about not pressuring her to work with me, but about what I did. And it intrigued and it sparked conversation about her asking me about the business. It was my nail girl. Like every time I went and got my nails done, just once a month, that's it, once every 5 weeks, she asks me about Monat. But she'd also had been a product user years ago and had an amazing experience with it. So she already knew the product was good. And she was even saying like, I want to use the product again. And I, blah, blah. And she has seen all my success and my growth. And I just kept having those conversations. And I have a no pressure mentality too. Like I literally have a no pressure mentality, and it's like, it's up to them if they want to. I feel like that approach always gets people to sign up.
And like, when you come from a place of abundance, Melina, I love that. Like, that's okay. If you're not interested, the next person will be.
Yeah.
And if you're not interested, somebody else is. I mean, we're a good fit for everyone. And I have no problem saying that to anyone. We're a great fit for everyone. This business is meant for everyone.
Totally.
But it's up to you to decide if that's right for you.
Yeah. And like, you also want a market partner that's going to like see the value. Like, I don't want like pressure. And I don't know if maybe that's a good approach for Jamie to even say like, hey, like, I don't want to feel like you're pressure or anything, but like,
Absolutely.
if this is the right fit for you, like, that's okay. Like, I know you keep kind of holding off and I don't want to assume anything. So if you have any hesitations, like, please let me know. And like, just let it go for a while. Like if somebody kept telling me they were going to sign up and aren't signing up, I would stop. I would stop.
I think you have to be careful not to give them the out. Because some people are just looking for the excuse not to. They know they should, and they know they want to, but they're just looking for the out. So don't give them the out.
But do you want to work with someone that's looking for the out? Like, I don't
think it's necessarily a negative. I think they just lack the confidence to say yes.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Okay. So then, because
they haven't had that person push them like, yeah, you got to go do that. Like that outside influence that says, yeah, you got to go do this. Like, this is awesome. Because let's be real. How many people, when we signed up for a network marketing company, our friends and family members like, yeah. Or how many were like, you did what? You joined a pyramid scheme? What is that? Like, we know that's the general banter that happens when somebody says yes in their inner circle. So they need that push, or else they're looking for the out because they haven't had somebody come alongside them and say, hey, you got to do this. So we don't want to give them the out.
I see what you're saying. So my approach with that, because I had that happen and I have a market partner. So we were talking about the business, she was a VIP for like 3-4 months. And I never pressured her to like be a market partner, but she would always ask me questions about the business. And then my always response to her was like, I wasn't even actually focusing on why she was hesitating, not signing up. I was just always feeding her with, dude, you would kill it at this. Like you'd be better than me.
Yep.
So that's like always kind of been my,
Absolutely.
when I see the potential in someone and they haven't
Yep.
signed up yet, I always feed them with what I see in them.
Absolutely. And the more genuine those compliments are, and you can call those things out. I mean, think about this. It takes somebody 7 times, 7 touches of hearing that same thing for it to sink in. So if you told that person 7 times, you would crush this. Like you would be so good because you're so well connected. You're so social. You're all this, you're all that. 7 times. Don't you kind of feel like a stalker if you're complimenting someone 7 times? But that's what it takes for it to click for them.
Totally.
So, I mean, Jamie, you might have to go back to that girl 7 times. Yeah, low-key stalker for sure. Like we're loving on people. We're excited for you, but you might have to go back to that girl and say, hey girl, you know, I just wanted to check in on you. I noticed you've been saving this. What's holding you back? You know, I still think this would be amazing and you would be incredible here. What's holding you back? And work back through it because you got to be a low-key stalker. All right. It's just what it is. And it takes a lot of conversations. Let me give you some real life numbers. 1 in 10 people that you invite to learn more about our opportunity will say yes to learning more. Okay. Of 30 invitations, 3 people are going to say yes to learning more, right? That's the math on that. Yes to learning more. Of those 3 people who say yes, I'll listen to you, 1 is going to say yes and actually enroll. You got me on that? It's a lot of conversations. It's a lot of relationship building. That's why it's called a process. And I want to challenge you to honor the process, because when you honor the process and you show up, you can trust that you will see results in the end. Oh, Caitlin, what was the phrase? This business is a great fit for anyone. It's up to them to decide if it's a good fit for them or if they're a good fit for us. Don't take the decision out of their hands. We don't prejudge.
How do you guys feel about having 5 two-way combos a day? Don't think about like any crazy like business conversations, like she's saying right off the bat. Just start having conversations, start talking to people, start catching up, start seeing how their lives have been the past couple of years. Like I feel like we're all coming out of like a fog. So connect, you know, re-engage with people, and the conversations are going to flow towards money eventually. But just know that you're doing your job, right? She said, trust the process if you're honoring the process.
Yep.
So having those conversations is honestly all we need to be doing right now.
I love this. Amber says networking, ... Y'all are in network marketing. You do the marketing part super well, but we are totally afraid of the networking part. And that's what gives us results, is the networking.
And compliments too. I'll always start like conversations in the DMs being like, oh my gosh, your kid's so cute. I love that shirt. Where'd you get it? What are you drinking? You know, just like start convos.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions?
I was just gonna say, Mel, I honestly feel like that's like how we connected way back in the day, because like Mel was in my DMs just conversing with me. And this was when we were like in a different company. This was like pre-Mon8, but that's how I built trust with Mel. Like we had never met. She was across the country. And the minute she jumped on Mon8, I was like, me too, just because she was conversing that way. So I just think it's like something to take note of, right? Is like,
Caitlin, it's called the know, like, trust factor. So you get to know somebody because they show their face. You learn to like them because you connect with them. And as you connect with them and build the relationship, you trust them. And when you have the know, like, trust factor, people say yes. They will listen to what you have to offer.
Totally agree. Trust is everything. And I think
100%.
now, I was saying this on our last team call, people don't trust as easily as they have. Our trust has been broken over the past few years. And so it's going to require more effort from us to be trustworthy individuals, to connect with them in a way that makes them feel like they can trust us. Yes, be intentional. Absolutely. So like I was saying with the compliments, like I want to know that each person that I like touch each day feels good from me. I want them to be like, wow, Mel's so positive. Like I just feel good anytime I'm around her. Like what can you do to make other people feel good? That's our job. Like literally, that's why, Caitlin was like, yeah, if Mel's doing Monat, I'm going to do Monat too, because I knew how to make people feel good. That is your job when you're networking. Leave a lasting positive impression on the people that you're interacting with.
And it's genuine.
Yeah. Yes. All right, y'all. Any other questions? Your friend's market partner just got her first VIP. Amazing. Congrats, Melina. So exciting.
Been a winning day. I'm excited.
Get it, girl. Jen, do you have any questions? I see you.
Yeah, I unmuted. I honestly, this has given me good ideas of where to pool potentials. Like, I don't really track who watches my stories, and I know who I'm interacting with, but I don't even look, and I need to start, but I don't know where to, other than my socials, like how to even start a list of potential market partners. I honestly feel kind of lost and I guess I'm expecting rejection. And so I'm scared to reach out to people that I think it could really benefit. Like there's a girl that I grew up with, I was never really close with. And she commented on a reel that I posted that like was about being a single mom. And she really connected with that. And I really want to present it as an opportunity to her, but we've never been close. We don't really chat. So I think I need to bulk up that conversation and then present it to her, like not just go in like, hey, Amanda,
Yes.
it's been so long.
Yes. It's connection first. It's, hey, Amanda, how have you been? Like, tell me what resonated with you in that reel. And genuinely get to know her. And it's not going to take but a minute when she opens the door for you to offer her the opportunity to come check us out. But you've got to connect first.
I'm going to message her. All I did was reply to her comment, but I didn't engage. I'm going to do that after this. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thanks.
Anything else, y'all? Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. I told you guys, this is my favorite topic. So I'll come back anytime.
I know, we loved it. Who is excited to have their conversations, to start connecting, to start engaging, to make this more fun? I was telling y'all how Jay and I used to call it going hunting. Like, I want us to like have fun, like go hunting for friends, basically, like go hunting for people to connect with, go hunting for, new relationships.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you.
You are so welcome. Thanks for the invite.
And you have your power hours every last day of the month, correct?
The last day of the month is power hour for the whole East region. It's always 9 a.m. So actually I'm off on June 30th. So it'll be Thursday, the 29th at 9 a.m.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much.
You are so welcome. You guys have a great night. Thanks for having me.
Bye.